SEO is the practice of search engine optimization, which is really a fancy way of saying getting your site to appear on one of the first, or really the first page of Google, Bing or DuckDuckGo, or Yahoo, but we all know that Google has the biggest market share around the world of searchers. So really we're always angling to get the best placement on Google. And typically if you can get that placement on Google, a high ranking will follow on the other search engines. SEO is valuable because ultimately it can drive qualified visitors to your site. And from those qualified visitors, you should realize conversions, which can mean different things to different businesses. So if you're an e-com business, it can mean direct sales. If you're a B2B company and you need to talk to your prospects before they can purchase your product, it can mean lead gen. If you are a B2C company, maybe you sell home windows and doors, and you need to generate leads from your website, and then you need to send someone out to price jobs like that. But at the end of the day, the value of SEO is delivering highly qualified traffic to your site to ultimately result in conversions and, of course, impact your bottom line. Google is always changing their algorithms. And so with that in mind, you need to be continuously optimizing, creating new and great content for Google to crawl so that they continue to value your site and rank it well. There are many different components of SEO. Two specific components are technical SEO and content SEO, two very different things, but they work together. You need both of those elements addressed in your SEO plan in order for your site to rank well. Technical SEO really has to do with the nuts and bolts of your website. This is the kind of thing that the user is really not going to see and probably will never have any knowledge of. So thinking about things like, where is your site hosted? How fast is your website? How quickly does it load on mobile and desktop? What kind of plugins are you using on the site? Are they slowing the site down? Are they speeding it up? What kind of images are you using on the site? Are you compressing the images or are you not compressing the images? Those are some components of technical SEO that need to be considered. Typically, when we engage a client for an SEO project, we do a technical audit of the site so that we look at all the technical variables that impact whether the site will rank well, and then we start to address things that might be problematic. Google has very specific ranking factors. In fact, there's over 200 ranking factors, and quite a few of them are related to technical SEO. So we address those to make sure that your site is in optimal condition so that when Google crawls it, it will score you highly from a technical SEO perspective. This is much more visible to the end user. This relates to the content that's on your website. So this would be both the evergreen content that's going to live on your site forever, as well as what might be more fleeting content like seasonal content, seasonal products. We're also looking at your blog and how we can drive up traffic to the blog and use that as part of your overall marketing ecosystem. Another component of SEO is how many websites are linking back to your site, but not just the quantity of sites that are linking back to you, the quality is very important. So we want to look for sites with what we call high domain authority to link back to your website. If a site has a higher domain authority, Google will find more credibility in that link to your site, and thus that will help boost your ranking. So high domain authority sites linking to your site are very important. There are different ways to garner those links, and that's something that we work on in our strategies, is always having high domain authority links back to your primary domain, which will help you rank higher. I love this question. So the easy answer is SEO cannot be automated. It takes a lot of human manpower to do most of the components of SEO, especially on the content side. There are some plugins and things like 301 redirects that can help make life easier, but I wouldn't call it automated. You need a strategy for your SEO, and then you need people to execute on that strategy. There are probably black hat tactics that are automated that will drop links throughout the web for you, things of that nature. Google is onto those, and they will actually penalize you for them. So I would steer clear of anything that is truly automated. When a user does a search on Google, Google presents a search engine results page, also known in the business as the SERP. Go to Google and type in best hamburgers in my town, and you're gonna get a variety of results on that page. You're probably going to see things like ads, paid ads at the top of the page. You'll see some local listings, right? So maybe some local restaurants that have hamburgers mentioned in their page. You may also see some other results on the right-hand side. And then of course you see what we call the traditional results all throughout the page. One of the things that you'll see are those paid ads at the top, and those over the years, the name of them has changed, but basically it's Google Ads. And those are purchased by advertisers on a pay-per-click basis. These are different than SEO results. So that is the part of the Google search engine results page that you can pay to play on. So you can buy an ad, and for the right price, your ad will start to show up at the top of the page when users search for burgers in your town if you sell burgers. At the end of the day, you really should do both, because with PPC, you can pay to play, so you can be on that page pretty quickly, whereas like I said, SEO is more of a marathon, and it's going to take longer to rank organically, but the results should complement each other. And in the user's mind, when they see your business referenced more than once on the page, so in paid and in organic and in a local pack, they're more likely to click on your business because there's more opportunities for them to click. So we often like to talk about controlling as much real estate on the search engine results page as possible, and trying to take advantage of all of those different positions. For me though, the ultimate success is in how much traffic is driven to the site as a result of our rankings, and how much of that is quality traffic. So we monitor our client success all the way through to conversion when possible. So for some people that's a purchase, for some people that's a lead, but those are the kinds of successes that we work on with our clients, the kinds of KPIs we determine before we launch a campaign, so that we all know what success will look like.